My little tutorial I'm doing on a villager breeder. Yes, that's right. I'm going to do a tutorial for village breeder that has been I've been using in my series. It's really easy to make, so this shouldn't take too long. So you're going to want a few things to begin with. First, you're going to want some means of a villager, whether that be you know, a zombie villager that you turn into a villager, or from a village like over there. You're going to need 3 to start off with, so that's important. You need 3 villagers to start off with above everything else. You're also going to need a bunch of water, a bunch of buckets of water and stuff, something to build the structure out of. You're also going to need some rails or tracks from the Railcraft mod. So let's see, we're going to need just normal tracks, booster tracks. We'll need embarking. Where's disembarking? Disembark, or no, that's disposal. Here's disembarking. You'll also need border tracks. And then for my system, the way I use it, I would say you would want to get some type of cloud. Now you can just get the cloud that's here. That's what I use, the cloud that's up in the sky. That's basically what this is. So it's pretty easy to use. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing you're going to want to do is to make a nice little platform. You can make this as big or as little as you want. The minimum requirements, of course, is a 3x5, but you're going to want to surround it probably in a building. So you're probably going to want to encase this so that zombies can't get to your villagers at all. So then, of course, you're going to want to make it so this villager that you put down here will not get out. So you put a villager right in there. Let's get out. What are those called? Whoops. Let's get out some of these. Put these down. You're also going to need 6 doors. So it's very specific, I know, but it's what you need. So you want to just set them up just like this, nothing too fancy. Perfect. See? Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is you want to go up 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on this layer build another platform the same size as the one down below. Pretty simple. And this will be where the villagers will end up actually being on. Now this one you will have to encase before you start it. So whether you encase that one or not is up to you, but this one does need to be encased. So it's pretty simple stuff, but you know, and you want to, it's very specific on how big you want to make it too. So let's just go on up. I think it needs to be 1, 2, 3. I think it needs to be 6 tall. I can't exactly remember. And of course someone's vacuuming. Yeah, that's 5 tall. That should be tall enough. Yep, that's tall enough. So 6 tall total, 5 tall in the front. You can just encase this in normal stuff, but you can also use glass to encase it. Let me just get some of this clear glass so it's easier to see. So you just encase this in normal glass here, and more, just like that. See, that way you'll be able to see what's going on the inside of your thing. Oh wait, just kidding, that's not right. You want to make it, you do only want to make it 3 wide, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense, huh? So scrap what I just said. I was being very stupid. You only want to have 1 space in between, unlike the other one, where it has like 3 spaces. So all this can be just gotten rid of. Now these don't have to be exactly on top of each other. Mine aren't exactly on top of each other, but that's not going to matter. So it's not a big thing. So then you're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that in the middle? Yes, it is. Awesome. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to want 2 pieces of soul sand. Oops, soul. 2 pieces of soul sand, 1 here, and then you can close up this wall. And then the second one right here, and then you can close up this wall. So there you go. That's the basic layout. You're going to want at least 2 villagers here in the middle. Before we do that, let's get ready. Before we do that, yeah, let's get the rest of this ready. So now you can do this any way you want, really. You can come up the top, so you can come up here and drop them, but I come out the side here. Oh, bless me, sorry. I decided to come out the side. You don't have to, of course, but you know, sometimes it's just nicer. So you want to do something like this. That way the water will stop down there. So you're also going to need some signs I forgot about. Because you want to put a sign here. And that'll keep the water from going down into that area. Oops. And one here as well. Just like that. And that'll keep the water from going down there. So you put water down and then one, well, no. Do this one and it'll flow down. And then you have to break, let's see, this one. Oh, and there's open glass there. Let me just close that. Oops. So you want to break that block, and that'll keep it so when you break that block here in just a minute, after you put some water down, once you break this block, the water will stop there, so it'll still, you know, it won't just flow out all over the place. So there you go. That's the main setup there. Now, I'll be back with you guys once this vacuum is gone. It's really noisy and it's really bothering me, so I'll be right back once it's gone. Alright guys, so I'm back. So the next part of this, let me just turn it today. The next part of this is you're going to want to get your other 2 villagers, and you need to put them in this middle slot here. So just do 1 there and 1, there we go. So they're going to start making babies as soon as you place them in there. They'll start doing their thing with this guy here. It'll just take a little bit of time for them to register. Now, the more villagers you have, the higher amount of stuff that you're going to be able to get. So what I would recommend to do is to completely encase these people just like this. That way the babies can't go anywhere. So when they make babies, they'll have to, they'll have to stay in here and then grow up. Now I'm just going to simulate that by making a bunch of babies here. So there you go. A bunch of babies have been made by these guys. Some of them will grow up, some of them won't. But once you have a number of villagers that you want, and you can do this by hitting F3, and let's see, where's the, there it is. It's right here, this E up here, this is the entity up there. So you can see 20 out of the 27 total entities are in my field of view. So if I come back here and look and get this one in here, you can see it goes up to 21, where now it's down to 20. There's also some entities over there, so you can see there's 8 entities in that direction somewhere. So that's how you do it. So once you get to a certain amount, I did 50, so 50 is quite a bit, but you know, it's also really a small number. I'll get about 20 to 30 villagers, depending on, you know, how well they breed and stuff. So what you're going to want to do then is you're going to want to break these glass and put down some slabs, and then break this and break that, and normally they'll just spread out, but for this, you know, for this I have to actually hit them to get them to spread. So once they come into contact with this soul sand, they won't be able to go back any further. That's the point, at least. Let's, come on, get out of the way. You can close these back up then, eventually. Come on, get out of here. Come on, get back in there. Come on, get in there. There. So then that will have them, that'll make them grow up and stuff. Don't worry about them just phasing out, that's weird. I have it set up to a piston thing. You don't have to do that. I do that so if I want to get more villagers in the middle here, which sometimes I started out with 30, I realized I wanted more, so I put it on piston system. I can just turn the pistons or turn the timer off, and the pistons will just stay up, and then I can breed more in here and stuff. You can do that if you want, or you can just simply break this and put more blocks in there. Piston system's pretty easy, but I'm not going to show you that. So what's going to happen is these guys are going to come up, they're going to grow up and come in contact with this water, make them flow, and then come out the side here. What you want to do then is make a pit down below. It can just be a 2x2 just like this, that's fine. Oh, this cloud looks funny. And it's not the type of cloud that we want. This is not the right cloud. Let's get the right type of cloud. You want to have the cloud, this will be fine. You want to have the cloud that will make you sink into it, so you'll sink down. So what will happen is they'll fall out of here and they won't take any damage because they'll sink in, which is perfect. So you want to have, probably not right there. Well, no, that's fine actually. So you want to have a boarding track with a block behind it, and you're going to want to power all these things eventually. You can do that by just putting redstone torches underneath. So why don't we go ahead and get that set up a little bit. So just like that, and then on a embarking track, you want to make sure the embarking track is in the middle of this section. The embarking track can reach within 2 block radius around itself, so it can reach from this block here to this block here, right? 1 2 1 2, yeah. So that block to 1 2 1 2, so that block. So pretty good radius, but you want to make sure it completely encompasses this area. You could put it here because it does, but it's just easier to put it in the middle because if they're phasing through the block, it won't catch them. So, and then after that, obviously, you're gonna want to do some boarding tracks just to speed up the process and stuff. I'm not gonna go as far as I did for this one because I know the trick now. But that's basically how you do it. Let's get some redstone torches. There we go. Get those out. Don't need that. And just power these up, and they're ready to go then. You just need to put a cart in there. So next, you're going to want to get, what is it called? A villager detector, a switch motor, and let's see, is there anything else? Villager detector, switch motor. Oh yeah, we need the switch track actually. Switch track. So pretty simple. Put down the switch track, whichever way. I'm gonna go off into, where are my tracks? There they are. I'm gonna go off into this direction, so I'm gonna have it switch. You may need a crowbar. Yeah, it's just it depends on how well it works out for you. I do need one because it has to go like that. And then here well, underneath this guy, I guess first, you want to put this guy so it's facing, the big dot on here is facing towards this block. Put a block down, put the switch motor on top of the block, and then this guy down, crowbar him so he's right, and there you go. So that will set it up pretty well. You just want to set this to whatever villager you want to get out. So like I did, I had the Mistcraft villager, which is this guy here. So he's got the bright yellow stripes down the middle. So make sure you don't pick this one. He's got the yellow slash. This guy is completely different. He's the Mistcraft villager. Yeah, he's the only other purple one. So make sure you say you want him to equal this villager. So if it equals that villager, it'll go over this way. Well, actually, I don't really need to hit that. Oops. So he'll go over this way, and we'll put down 1 2 3, and then the disembarking track, and one of these guys, and a block behind it. Boom. So now that's pretty much ready. We're just going to do this. We're going to put down some more redstone torches just to fire those up. So now that is kind of ready. You just have to make the pit now, and then you want to do the same thing going this way. Well, almost the same thing. You just want to come down. Let's see, it'll be 1 2 space 1 2. So something like 1 2 space 1 2, something like that. No, something like that. 1 2 1 2. Yep, perfect. So you can put these further apart if you want. I'm not going to, but you can certainly put these things further apart. Now this is really important. this step here. You want to be able to follow this pretty much exactly, because if you don't do it right, your breeding guys are gonna mess up, and it's not gonna work out for you. So make sure you guys follow this part pretty much exactly to make it work just right. So let me put these guys under here. Put that there. There we go. And now I'm going to do this next part. So I'll be right back to show you guys what you have to do. Alright guys, so I'm back. I've done a little bit of digging here just so you guys can see. You don't have to watch me dig. So here's the whole way this works. This is basically what you want to have happen. You want to have these holes pretty much exactly. I go down 7. You really only have to go down 6, but I go down 7 because you want to make sure there's this too tall gap here, and since there's 3 here and then 4 down here, that makes it a 7. I guess no, you really don't want to have it only 6. You want to have 7 because you don't want any villagers to be on the track that's going to go here, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But you have to go down 7 because otherwise, if they're only 5 down, now 6 works, of course, but if you're only 5 spots down, so if you ended it here at this level, so if there was any villagers on this track here, this villager would detect him and say, oh, we've reached capacity, so I don't need to breed any more stuff. So that's what you want to make sure that doesn't happen. These guys up here are 6 blocks away, so it's fine. And if these guys are down in this pin, they're 7 blocks down, which is fine. You have to have them at least 6 blocks away, north or south, and 32 blocks away if they're on the X or Y axis. So is it X or is it Z? X and Z. The Y has to be 6. X and Z has to be 32. So next, what you want to do is you want to get these guys out of here, basically. Oh, I guess I should say you do want to put cloud at the bottom of this. That way they don't get any fall damage. And that'll make it so that when you cook them up for emeralds, you'll get more emeralds out of each guy. So put the clouds down on both sides. Both sides are exactly the same, basically now. The only difference is the fact that the only real big difference is just, these have more, I guess, or they'll be going to different places, I guess is what I should say. Each place will be a little bit different in that regards. Let's turn on F7. So we want to make sure that you get this lit up real nice. You don't want anything to spawn in any of these areas, because if a zombie spawns, it's going to be bad news for you, because you're going to end up, losing all of your villagers probably. So you want to make sure that you don't have any spawnable areas in this section. See up here, this is all spawnable, but obviously, like you see in my single player series, I have this completely encased, and the reason I have it completely encased is so that zombies can't get to it, because even if a zombie spawns all the way over there, it's going to see those villagers and it's going to come run, and trust me, it will be here eventually. So you just want to make sure you get everything. Here's the spawnable spots, put one there. There's spawnable spots up here, make sure you get those. If you encase this, make sure that's all non-spawnable. Same thing with this, even on top. So there you go, that's how you do that. So let's go ahead and get sort of started on here. So you need to be 32 blocks away, like I said. So I'm just going to keep digging this out a little bit. Let's put another torch down. Yeah. Put another torch down. So you do need to be pretty far away, but for the most part, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to start getting a little bit bigger area here dug out, because I know I'm going to need it. So let's start this up now. There we go. Now for this little thing here, I'm only going to make a few exits for the villagers. Obviously, you can add more if you so desire. You can add a lot more, actually. You can add as many as you want. Well, up to like, I don't know, 32 or something maybe. But I'll show you that. So villagers come up, They get dropped in here. They get sucked up by this embarking track, which allows them to be transported down. They're now disembarked and pushed out into some sort of 2 block radius. So you want to make sure this hole is 2 block radius around, from this block to that block, all the way around. And then those will drop down into here. Then you're going to want to pick them back up. Oops. Oh yeah, that is what I want, isn't it? Yeah. So the way I do this is I put 2 boarding tracks here. That just makes sure that it's going to be perfectly fine. All of these things are going to want to be powered too, so make sure you do this for each side. So put the cloud back. There we go. So then you're going to want another embarking track to pick them up from this spot. This is just their holding pin. If view it as their holding pin. Everything else, this is just how they get transported. This is their holding pin. So bring it out. I'm going to bring this guy to the far side, as you can see. And you can use as much or as little booster track. I didn't have a lot of gold when I first made mine, so I didn't use a lot of booster track. I used more actual just regular track. So you can see, and obviously the further you go, the more redstone you're going to have to use too. So be wary of that. So this is where it gets real tricky real fast, and you're going to want to, be able to recognize what you have to do fairly easily. So let's do this one real quick before we forget. So 2 boardings, and embarking, and some booster track here, and more booster track. Oh, come on. All the way up to here, where it'll be split. I could break this back just as much, I guess. It's not a big deal. It's not in the way or anything. But we'll just keep them the same, just so everyone can see it easily. Let's put in this guy, and we'll have to break some of this cloud to get all of those in there. Perfect. So there you go. Now the system will be able to create villager babies, drop them into a pit, which then they will be sorted from the Mistcraft villagers and the other stuff. That guy just like going through. So the Mistcraft villagers will be sorted out, and you can change this to anything. If you're looking for the maybe you're looking for the forestry ones, so you can get some bees and stuff. You can filter those out just fine. All you have to do is just change this. You just have to change it to whatever you want to sort, basically. Let's put some booster tracks here. I don't feel too safe about not having booster tracks here. Let's put some. There we go. So that will sort them and drop them into these pits. Hopefully they won't have taken any damage at this point. That's going to be the best way to do it. But now these guys need to be sorted again. So like I said, this needs to be 32 blocks away. So let's go ahead and check to make sure that we're at least 32 blocks away by now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we have to go at least to this point. So we'll probably go like a few past this point just to be on the safe point or safe side. This is basically where we need to be. So let's come this way. It's gonna be closer to over here anyway, where the pits are. So let's just go. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if we dig down. Right there, perfect. That's actually kind of good. Now you don't have to exactly be 32 blocks away. Like I said, you can be a lot more away. So this will work out just fine for us. So we'll just come up like this. Now I'm going to show you one side. I might show you both sides, but I'll probably just show you how one side works, and all you have to do is duplicate it onto the other side. So let's just light up this area. Let me turn that off actually. So come on down. So the way you want this to work is you want to be able to come into here and then sort them into new sections. See, So you can only have them one block apart. I mean, you can have them 2 blocks apart, obviously, but you can't have them right next to each other because of the way that the track restrictions. You know, the track only allows you to have them 1 block apart. You can't put tracks next to each other. They connect together, and it's just a whole hassle. So it's just easier to have them 1 block apart. So the first guy, let's get out tracks and stuff. The first guy will come here. You need the crowbar, of course. You always want it. You want it to make sure. You want to make sure that this is always going the right way for you. So the first guy will be here. He'll go up. I'm pretty sure you can put these. Yeah, you can. He'll go up like this. You're gonna want to break in between these, obviously, and then boarding track with a block behind it, just like that. So that's what you're gonna want. That's gonna stop them from coming up. You want to power this down here. So let's just put a thing here. You want to power this track here, but you don't want to power this. So you want to make sure you don't get that powered at all. That's going to stop them from going anywhere. And then it's pretty simple from here. For every new spot, you put one of these tracks, and then another one of those, one of these, one of those, and then the last one obviously doesn't need a switch track because it's always going to go up that way. And then these guys, let's put one, and then we'll do booster tracks the rest of the way. Not there. And, well, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Put this, and then obviously, like I said before, put down these boarding tracks, which will stop them from going anywhere. And then booster tracks with a normal track, and the same thing here. Just like that. Hook those all up, and then put down a little thing to power them. Perfect. So as you can see, this side is starting to get ready to be used. We actually need to put this out one more. You're going to be doing a lot of digging underground, just so you know, because this all has to be underground in order for it to work. So that's just how it has to happen. So so here. And now can put down these switch motors here, here, and here. And then you're going to want to duplicate this whole setup. Let's put a normal track here, just like it has. I want to duplicate this whole section, get out of here, onto this side. That thing is going to be the death of me. That freaking, whatever it's called. Let me get out a sword. Just one of these guys will work. Come here, you little frickin'. There we go. Now he's gone. Alright, and then crowbar these to make sure they're going the right way, just like before. And that'll be pretty much how you do it. You can put down your switch motors again. You're going to want another space for the cable. There you go. Just like that. Pretty simple. So now what's going to happen, so let's go back through. So villagers are made. Oh look, and all these guys have pretty much grown up. Oh, these guys need to be they're going to stop breeding, but all these guys grown up. Obviously it got a little too full. It didn't let everyone get in there just properly, but that's fine. It'll pick up the villagers now, sort them, drop them. Then, now at least, you can pick them up and put them into spots. But we have to set up these guys right now. So, we don't need that one. And like I said, this is easy to lengthen. You can just keep adding more of these. Just keep adding more of these. And I'll show you how it'll end up working in the long run. Oops. Put that back. That, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And then whatever side you decide to go up and down, it's up to you. And that's pretty far away still. That's okay, it's not a big deal. Let's just go this way. See how close that is. Ah, perfect. That's like absolutely perfect. So we'll plug this back up real quick. Put down some normal torches, you know, just so stuff won't spawn down here. Just like this. Just check F7 real quick. Good. Just right up here needs one somewhere. There we go. So I did this one with 2 wires. You don't have to do that. I just did it with 2 wires because, you know, like, I was wanting to make it symmetrical and stuff. But you don't have to do that. So what you're going to get now is a bunch of wire. You're going to get, each one needs a different color. So as you can see, I have white. Right now I'm going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to need 5 different colors. I'll just get the first 5 ones, and then you're going to need bundled cable. Bundled cable is absolutely horrible to try and make. It costs so much. It's absolutely crazy how much it costs, but it's totally worth it in the long run. It like is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, but oh well. Oh, actually, did I do this wrong again? Yeah, I did. You want to make sure you have a block behind those, I guess. Forgot about that. So we'll just do this in here. I forgot about that, but yeah, you do need a block behind this so that you can wire it up correctly. So just like this. Perfect. And then we'll put down some torches. That's good. So wire. Oh wait, this needs to be a different color. Each one has to be a different color. You're going to want to kind of keep track of what colors you make for what. So that when you go up top, it's easier to remember which colors you did. Alright, just like that. And then all you have to do then is just run bundled cable. And those will connect up just fine at that angle. It's not a big deal. It's just because I want to be on the safe side. Let's put one there. Okay, cool. And then just come on down here and down. Come on now. And then up the side here. And then we'll do this real quick. We'll just do a little simple mock thing. Actually, we just leave that there. This would be another building basically that you would have set up just like that. Let's see, there, and there. And then of course you'd have one here, you'd have one here, here, all the way down through, as many as you want to have. You can have a lot, you can have like just a few like this little bit has, but it's up to you. But you want to remember which wire goes with what. So if you remember, the white one is this one here. So we want to have white, and then this was the orange, this was magenta, this one would also be magenta, this one is light blue, and this one is yellow. And then that one, the 2 end ones won't have any, but that's completely fine. It's not a big deal. So here you go, just like this. Connected these guys up, and now your system is pretty much ready. All you need is a few levers. Whoops. Lever. There we go. You could also probably get the switches, I guess. If you want to be fancy, you could put switches on. I think these would also work, if I'm not mistaken, because these are just switches. So you could also use those if you want to be fancy, but these will work just fine. So now it's ready. It's all ready to sort and send up your thing. All you need is some mine carts now, and getting it all set up basically. So let's start this guy up. Let's get a mine cart out. Minecart. Let's set him up. He should be pretty easy. We'll just go pick up guy, and look, the first one would just happen to be a Mistcraft villager, and then See how well that sorts them? Now every now and then you'll have a glitch where sometimes they'll be put up here, but obviously you're gonna want to encase this so that zombies can't get down there and kill the villagers basically. So encase this up. You don't want to put 2 solid blocks. You don't want to put a solid block across there. You just want to put non-solid, so just put a piece of glass and they'll just go right through it. And the same thing with this one, just so you don't kill them, you don't suffocate them at all. So there you go. Just surround these real quick. That'll just make sure that no zombies will be able to get into there and cause any like mayhem on your villagers. Pretty simple. Make sure everything's non-spawnable so nothing will spawn and drop in there. But as you can see, it's working. It's doing its job. Just put a divider here and out. There you go. So that will collect them, and then you come down here. You want some buttons. Wooden ones will work. You can use stone ones too, but wooden ones, you can actually see them on here. So these guys, and then mine carts in all of these spots, just like that. Now the way this is gonna work, let's just clear some of this out. The way this is gonna work, as you can see, if you want to get villagers to any of these guys, these are backwards. Didn't even realize it at first. Are these backwards? No, those are fine. The way to get villagers to go down this way is you're going to want to turn this switch on. The same thing with this, which is the magenta. So like I said, you can have 2 different colors if you want, or the same. I just have the same, so if I want these ones to go down, I'll flip that. If I want these ones to go down, I'll flip this one off, flip this one on. It's pretty simple. So flip this on, and you can come down here and see that this has been switched. So anything that comes from this direction, anything coming from this direction will always go that way. So you won't get a villager in here unless you turn that off. So let's show you. This will pick up the Mistcraft villager. So it'll go down. Let's see if we can catch it picking it up. There you go. You saw it pick it up there real quick, and it'll come back right up here, and then boom. So you can trade with this guy. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, he wants an emerald for some shrubland. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. So awesome. So, but what happens if he has a bad trade? What happens if you don't want his trade? Well, that's where this next little step comes into play. So let's lengthen this out a little bit. Make this 2. Just like that. And we'll bring it down. So here's where another more wires will work. So I'm just going to get a red and a black. So we'll do red and black, go up, and then bundled cable, bring it around here. And now it's time, well, I guess we don't need this. We need beavers there. And now it's time to set up the disposal system. This thing might be in the way. I might have to fill it in. So let me get set for that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I'm ready to set it up. So real quick, I just wanted to show you. You're going to need a smeltery very close by. Well, I guess you don't need it close by, but it's nicer to have it close than further away, I guess. And you're going to want to make a pretty easy way to get up to it. So just a little track here. I'm just going to put it probably around here. Something like that. Well, I guess it has to be this. There we go. You want to make sure you have a good way to get around this corner here, basically. Let's put that up there. So you're going to want to find a way to get up there. So the best way to do it is just like this. We're going to need more of these switch motors and some more cables and stuff. So let's see. We want the black ones to be connected and the red ones to be connected. So let's make the black ones the far side, and we'll make the red ones this close side here. So the red will be the Mistcraft side. So basically, this one here is going to be the one that we want to set up right now. Oh, whoops. That's not at all what I want to do, I guess. Put it here, maybe. Where should I put it? Maybe we'll put it here. Let's do that. Oh, break it here. Put it there. Put it here. Oops, too many. So just figure out a way to get this to wire up. Everyone's system's going to be looking a little bit different just depending on where you put torches and stuff like that. But you want to find a way... That's not right either. You want to find a way to connect those up, basically. Which is proving to be a rather difficult dilemma here. I guess really the only way to do it is here. But this is in the way. So we'll have to go... Let's do... Bring... Now the other hard part is the bundled cables can't, you know, like can't touch anything. Or the bundled cables can't touch redstone torches, but these other cables can get connected, as you can see. So if you have to go past redstone torches, it's just easier to use bundled cables sometimes. So there we go. Put this back, and then... What did I say this was? Red? So we'll have the red go up, up, over there. Just like that. You know, you just gotta work it in. You just want to make sure that this is powering this track here, which is going to be a switch track. So put that down, and of course it's facing the wrong way. Yay! Oh wait, it might actually have to have some track to make it face the right way. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So just like that, pretty simple. And you want to do the same thing for this next part, so I might just leave that there for now. Maybe not. I don't know. It's difficult to do all this, trust me. It's a lot harder than it looks. So this one here is going to be detected to red. We're going to need another one up here somewhere that will push it back. So as you can see here, this track here will have to push them this way. So you want to put a guy on this side, and he's going to want to be red as well. So make sure he's red. Let's go down there and just break this through, because I knew that was there. So then get out of this hole and bring this up. And there we go, something like that. Just get it to fit. Just get it to work, you know. It's all about just getting it to work. It doesn't have to be pretty because it's underground. I mean, you can make it pretty if you really want to, but it's not really that big of a deal. And then, of course, you're going to want to get up to the surface then. Just like this. We're basically in line with our thing. We'll have to change it a little bit. Oh yeah, these guys don't turn. Which we'll just turn it a little bit and put more track. Oh, that's the wrong guy. You're in my way. And then we'll do this normal track here. Here. And you, what are you doing in there? Idiot. Alright, cool. So let's put down some redstone torches just to make this light up correctly. Go. And then the last thing we need to do here for this little section is to boarding track down here, and you make sure you have a block behind it, obviously, so that it will work correctly. Suspended track, and a suspended track here, and then the disposal track. These are all suspended track, but this works just like a disembarking would, except it just dismounts it directly below it. So it works out perfect for being in here. It won't accidentally bump them up to any of these taller spots. It only does it in a one block area, so it'll only drop them right into the middle. Perfect. Let's go back down. Let's light these up over here. So that sets up this one. So every time that you pull red, so let's go pull red real quick. See what it looks like. Pull red. And you'll notice that this is turned, so it'll come here. And then this is turned, so it'll come here. And when it comes back down, it'll go back down these slots just fine. Now, obviously, if you're doing one of these three, you're going to want to turn the magenta on as well to make them so it turns correctly, so it gets these guys. But we have one here, so we don't have to do that. Now, I'll show you how to set up the next section just because it's a little tricky. Even though this side isn't set up, I'll show you how to set up this part. So you're going to want the switch track and a junction track, or junction rail. So you want to put the junction rail here, with switch track, and a normal track. Hit that crowbar so it works correctly. And boom, you're pretty much ready to go. This side is much simpler. You want to get your black out then, and boom, it's ready to go. So there you go, just like that. Turn that on and off, and it'll work the same way. This junction track will be fine. As long as you have the red off, it won't go back down that way, it'll go this way. And obviously you're going to want to keep black on so you can go back and forth, but keep it off for when you want to pick up new villagers. And yeah, that's basically all you have to do for that side. It's really simple. The far side, it's a simple side, and then, you know, I would put like a sign, oops, like I did in my single player, so I can do non-mistcraft. Whoops, let's do non-mist villagers, and then this side do mistcraft villagers, just like that. Boom. So now you know which ones to do and everything like that. Pretty simple. Oops. So let's show you how this works. So with this guy here, if he was in one of these slots, you'd pull this, but since he's in this slot, you don't pull it. Pull this guy, and then you'll send him. But before you send him, you want to have at least one little bit of something. So let's see, where's my glass? Let's just get out a piece of clear glass. That'll be easy to use because it's simple. So you want to have at least a little bit of liquid in here. If you don't have liquid in this thing here, it won't cook them. So you have to start it off with a little bit of stuff. So let's see. We'll wait for that to go, and I'll be right back once it's melted. Alright guys, so this just melted. As you can see, we've got 1 block's worth of molten glass in there. So what we'll do now is all you have to do is hit this button, and that sends them down and stuff. So make sure that your red is flipped for your Mistcraft villager. Hit it, and it'll send it on down. Then it will make its way all the way around up through here and drop him in there. And as you can see, he'll instantly start. Oh, I didn't power that. That's something that you'll need to do. Make sure that's powered so that it goes back. But there you go. Now we have, should be, well, a little bit less, but it's fine. Should be roughly about 1/4 of an emerald. So now that we've got that emerald in there, we can put down a casting basin or a crafting table with an emerald thing. But take out that that glass. It'll leave that little bit of stuff in there we can use. Did this not come back? Where is it? What happened to it? Oh, it got stuck here because it doesn't have enough boost. So yeah, you might need a little bit more boosting. So I would just say, you know, put some here and then put a redstone torch under it, just so it gets enough boost. Maybe in here. Oh, that track fell. So put that suspended track back, obviously. Yeah, perfect. So that's how you do it basically. So as you can see, I don't think I can put villagers in it. Oops. We didn't do that. I can put one here though. There we go. Oh, there we go. Stay there. Stay there. So flip both of those. That villager should have got picked up. Yep. So flip both of those so that it'll know to go right back to there. Drop them in, kill them, send it back, and the cart should be on its way back. Boom, and there's the cart. And then you'll want to just duplicate this little thing for those sections. So thanks for watching. This is my tutorial on how to make a villager breeder with an automatic killing system, or I guess semi-automatic killing system. And yeah, so thanks for watching guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have any questions on further stuff, please let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day. Goodbye.